You're listening to the Experiencing God Day by Day podcast, brought to you by Blackaby Ministries International.
January 21st, Sanctified and then sent. John 17, verses 17 and 18. Sanctify them by the truth. Your word is truth. As you sent me into the world, I also have sent them into the world. God will always sanctify you before he sends you. The Father set aside the 12 disciples and made them holy by the truth, his Son, as they related to Jesus, the truth. John 14, verse 6. The disciples were refined by that truth and were prepared to be sent out to preach the gospel. Jesus challenged their ambitions, Luke 9, verses 46 to 48, chastised their lack of faith, Matthew 17, verses 19 to 20, refuted Satan's influence, Matthew 16, verse 23, and denounced their pride, Matthew 26, verses 33 to 35. When Jesus had finished preparing them, the disciples were sent out in such power that their world was never the same again. Satan will try to convince you that your sin renders you useless to God. That is a lie from the author and father of lies. As soon as you sin, the deceiver will whisper, "You failure. You are now of no use to God." This can bring a deep sense of defeat and hopelessness to a Christian. Yet there is no freedom that compares to a soul set free by God's grace. When God's people allow God's truth to realign them to God's will and God's standard, then the power of God will be released through them, the same way it was through the first disciples. The truth will set you free. The truth is, if we confess our sins, he is faithful and righteous to forgive us our sins and to cleanse us from all unrighteousness. 1 John 1, verse 9. And we are restored to usefulness to God.
This podcast is based on the book Experiencing God Day by Day by Henry and Richard Blackaby, published by B&H Publishing Group, music by Mark Brown.